when the saints go marching in, when the saints go marching in, I wanna be in that number. When the saints go marching in, well, I have a loving Father. He has gone in heaven, I know. Well, I promise my Father I will meet him when the saints go marching in. Well, when the saints go marching in, when the saints go marching in, I wanna be in that number when the saints go marching in. Did you hear that song?
No, not yet.
Okay, it's very famous in America and
Uh-huh.
in Europe. Okay, anyway.
Uh-huh.
So these are called old-time gospels, and usually black people, they were singing it when they were slaves
Mhm.
in the North America, you know, and they started to sing because of their trouble
Uh-huh.
time
Uh-huh.
that they had, and this is the way how they were fighting against these deep trouble that they have through songs. And these songs, most of these songs, they became that hard period of slavery.
Okay.
And but these songs are very popular in Serbia.
Mhm.
I mean, nobody is doing that.
Mhm.
And we made a band, so
Mhm.
we have to sing like a black people, you know,
Uh-huh.
in a way. So
Uh-huh.
there was like a, sometimes I feel like a motherless child.
Okay.
Sometimes I feel like a motherless child, and so on, so on. And
Mhm.
it was not easy to perform that way, but we did it. We had suits, with nice ties, and
Mhm.
we were looking, and moving, in the rhythm, because there are some very good rhythmic songs,
Uh-huh.
and people love it. And we were doing that more than 10 years. We were traveling
Wow.
all ex-Yugoslavia,
Wow,
and
lifestyle, Chaga. I hope I could travel also and meet different people. I think I like that.
everybody likes that. Most of the people like that. Of course, that's
But not
something that we
everyone
would like.
is, given a chance for to do
That's
that
different
thing.
question. That's different question. God was so good to me,
Mhm.
and I didn't have means to do these kind of trips. I don't know how many times I was in the United States of America,
Uh-huh.
Canada,
Mhm.
Czech Republic, Slovakia, France. Okay, in France I was just once, but
Mhm.
Germany, I don't know how many times. England, I don't know how many times. UK, I mean, England, Wales,
Mhm.
Scotland.
Mhm.
I've never been to Northern Ireland, neither Ireland,
Mhm.
but most of the countries in Europe I visited. I was in Morocco, Africa.
Morocco.
Yeah, and
Africa.
yes, Africa. That was experience too.
I have a question since you're singing already. If you were in charge of the playlist, which song would you play next? Can you just try to base it on
Oh my
real
goodness.
situation of yourself, your status?
Hmm.
What's your status
Okay.
song?
I don't know. I don't know. I don't know. This is very. I don't know. Which song? A song that what? Who are the people that we're going to listen this? Are they Christians or they are just ordinary
Maybe
people?
if you're going to sing yourself to the world.
Oh, see, I see. Which
Mhm.
song then? Then I can.
Mhm. Which
I don't
song
know.
would you play next?
That's really hard because
Mhm.
I'm very very careful about the songs. You know what I mean? In a
Uh-huh.
way, to choose that, I didn't think about that. If you should give me this question much earlier.
I'm not prepared for that one.
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
I don't know. Uh,
Mhm.
no, you can choose one if you can.
It's
For
you
me,
who can describe it. You know,
I know.
just like
I know
your
this is a
situation
difficult question.
status. Maybe you're not into it right now. Maybe we can just pass on that.
I
Okay.
can choose a song that will describe God and worship God and so on, but that's not me.
Oh.
Uh, So
Maybe it can reflect you because you are trying to connect yourself to God, and everything what you do is about Him and about people who you wanted to spread His words, all right, and take care or share something to other people. And I think that's the best. Maybe
mm,
we can just put that into melody. You have your own song.
maybe Amazing Grace then. Amazing Grace.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, that's well-known song. Everybody knows that. What happened to that guy
Mm-hmm.
is something similar to me. Okay, where are you? Here you are.
Mm-hmm.
He was a slave trader. He was
Amazing Grace.
involved in the job of picking up the slaves from Africa and bringing them to the Europe and new land.
It's a
You
real
know,
life thing.
yeah,
It
it's a real life
happened.
thing.
Okay.
Yeah, and then he had uh, his boat his had a wreck, had an accident, and the boat sank, and he stayed on the surface
Okay.
alive, and there
Oh.
was nobody, just the ocean, like a horizon, and he was praying, 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 and he said that he made mistake. He was aware because he was actually trading with people's lives and making them miserable and so on and so on. And he promised to God, if God saves him, if God saves him, he will change his life. He will become a better person. He will help people.
Hmm.
And when he finished that prayer, I mean, he was on the surface for many hours. I
Mm-hmm.
don't know how many, maybe few days.
Mm-hmm.
And then we started pray. When he finished that prayer and he saw the boat, a big boat in horizon is coming, and they saved him. And then he dedicated his life to release and give freedom to these people. And he wrote this song, Amazing Grace.
Um, can you sing a line for that? I think I already know that. I'm so sorry. I'm not into songs, but
I will send you the link.
okay. I'll just
Okay.
okay. I'll just find it out later on. Okay. Speaking with that, what not just go on with my
Okay,
question.
I will give you some words.
All
Okay.
right. Great.
Uh,
Great.
uh, Lyrics. Okay. It's really
Mm-hmm.
yeah.
Okay.
And you can find it. Yeah, you can find it later and play it if you like. Wait a
Mm-hmm.
minute. There you are. And where is I'm looking for? Yeah, here. I'm gonna send it to you.
All
Okay.
right.
Can you see the words?
It's still okay. Amazing Grace. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Okay, I'm gonna read. Would you like me to read? Amazing
I'd like you
Grace,
to
how
sing it.
you would like to sing? Amazing Grace,
Oh, this is it.
how
Okay.
sweet the sound that saved a wretch like me, and so on, so on, so on.
Yeah. I
Yeah.
was lost.
I once was lost, but now I'm found. Was
And
blind,
I'm
but now I see.
found. Oh,
Yeah.
nice one. I like that. Hmm.
Me too.
I have a question. Well, I have lots of questions. Okay.
Mm.
What are some of your favorite memories about your parents?
About my parents. Oh, well, my favorite memory of my parents. My father wasn't with me until my 14th because he was in jail. He was when he was younger. He was young before. I mean, I was 2 years old actually when he was in a fight. He
Oh.
in one of the pubs in
Mm-hmm.
his town,
Mm-hmm.
and he killed a man in that fight, and this is why he was in a jail until my 14th year. 10 years
For 10
he was
years.
in a jail, and I grew up with my mom. My
Oh.
mom was very, very, how can I say, devoted
Oh.
mom, and she really gave me practical love
Mhm.
that I will never, how can I say, forget. And it maybe that love mainly builded up myself as a person today. So the most strongest memories that are, yeah, really disturb my feelings is when my mom comes from the job at home, because I miss her.
Mhm.
And she would come from home and
And
everyone
you're
would
an
be joy.
old.
Ah,
You're
mom. I was
you're
so
who? When
I
you're a
was
mom
with
of
my
what?
grandma and grandpa,
Oh.
when she was working, because we were alone, and I really enjoy to be with her, and as a child, of course.
Mhm.
Now you ask me for my memory, one of the earliest. That was the one of the earliest memory.
Oh.
The time of joy when my mom is at home.
Mhm.
Yeah, maybe it's not something special for you, but it's special for me.
And I hear that's special because I'm a mom too.
Yeah,
So,
really.
yeah, yeah. Of course, this is one of the reason why I give up my career, being abroad, working abroad as a seafarer, because of my children.
Hmm.
Because I don't want to miss those times that they are still young. Because I couldn't turn back the time,
Mm.
right?
That's right. That's right.
And
And I just express to you what 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 the strong meaning for me was when I see my mom. That's exactly what they experience when they see you.
oh,
Yeah. So we are not aware of some of the things, but
mhm.
this is the way how we learn.
Getting back to your father when he's already out from jail, that was 10 years that you couldn't see him, or you are visiting him as you grow? Because you have mentioned he was in there,
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
mm,
I was too little to remember
and
that,
then,
but
uh
then he was total stranger to me,
huh.
uh, because and then we were when I grew up a little bit, we were visiting him in the jail, and
Oh,
then I
you're
was,
visiting him.
yeah, mom would take me with her when I was
Mm.
5, 6, and
What's
later,
your reaction as a
and
kid? How do you define him? Like, is he my
he was
father? Did you
yeah,
already
that's a good
understand why
question.
he is there?
Yeah, they didn't tell me the reason, because I was too little to understand
And you
that,
can't.
and so on, and
Mm.
it was some kind of story that was not true, and it
Uh-uh.
was like,
Uh-uh.
so that I can digest that. But
Mm-hmm.
I realized something. The first thing was that when a child is not with a parent, when parent is separated, that parent becomes stranger to a child. He is totally a person, some kind of person,
Mm-hmm.
and that's really bad.
Because
This
there's
is
no
why
physical,
parents.
there's you can't see him. There's no, this is my typical father that is going to send me play basketball and so forth. And where are you during those days? Okay. Uh,
Yeah, yeah, but I mean, I didn't. I wasn't like, where are you? Why you are not with? I know. I was just like, who is this guy? Why?
that's the
Why he's
question.
important? And my mom would tell
Oh.
he's your dad, blah 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 blah. All this kind of why? I like I got used to it that we are alone. Just me and
Yeah,
mom.
yeah, yeah, yeah.
That's the family. I
Uh-huh.
like it like that.
Uh-huh.
And then one day he was telling me, hey, I'm your dad, blah blah blah. He was hugging me, kissing me, all of this kind. It's like a stranger is kissing you, hugging you. Like I.
Oh, nice
And
kissing
then
and
it was
hugging.
time. Okay, okay, okay. When I was a little bit older, like a 7, 8, 9, I said, okay, okay, you are my dad. That's okay, nice, yeah, good.
Oh.
But uh, I need more. And then he came back when I was 14. He
Mm-hmm.
came back, and it was a hard period of time adjusting on the new
Uh-huh.
person in the family,
Uh-huh. What happened to him?
and also for him, because he lost 10 years of life. He came. When you go to the jail, everything stops. You don't
Yes.
have a
It's
feeling
a
what's
new
happening
world.
outside.
It's a new world.
Yeah, and then he
Uh-huh.
came, and he needed to adjust.
Everyone
And
does.
it took time that we could become a family. Took at least 4 years, maybe 5, so that we can So that it will be like, okay, now we are. So this is the problem with the sin. You know, when you do a sin, there is always consequences,
Suffering and consequence, yeah.
serious consequences with a sin. You know, even if it's small sin, there are some consequences. You have to be aware of that. This is why we should try our best to stop sinning. You know what I mean?
Stop and to
It's
avoid temptations.
And yeah, and to avoid the temptations. That's right. And it's possible to stop sinning. You know, we are speaking about that, but we don't believe it. But it's possible to stop sinning with God's help and God's Spirit. You know, you can change, and this is also the sign. One of the signs that you are responsible to your life is that you are changing your life in better. You are stopping doing bad things, and you are doing some good things. You know, good things. This is when we should take care about ourselves. We should work on ourselves. And by the time I realized that with my dad, he's just a man. He had a bad. You know, as I was growing up, I was realizing more and more, and I just found the way and energy and willingness and love to accept him. And now I don't have any problems with that. I mean, after 4 or 5 years, I didn't have problems, but it was a struggle for a certain period of time.